from the Bulldogs. Sean Tucker taking off right now. He's going to prepare for an air start, and he'll be coming into show center in just a little bit. Sean Tucker, one of the most decorated, if you will. Thanks so much, Rob. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brian Norris, the operations coordinator and narrator for Team Oracle, featuring the man considered by many to be the top solo aerobatic performer in North America today. Diving into the aerobatic box for his 16th appearance over the skies of Andrews Air Force Base, flying the all-new Oracle Challenger 3. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce to you none other than Mr. Sean D. Tucker. I invite you to stand by because you are about to experience 13 minutes of the most hardcore, down and dirty, hard-charging power aerobatics known to man. And if you have ever seen Sean fly in the past, stand by to be even more amazed with this one-of-a-kind aircraft, which has been flying for less than 1 month. Since we first test flew this aircraft, which we recently custom built specifically for Sean, in that 4-week period, this aircraft has already accumulated 70 total hours of flying time, and Sean has made more than 125 training flights. Today is the very first full air show day that this aircraft has performed in. Right now, as Sean draws the line back to Air Show Center, the smoke remains on. He rolls inverted. The high negative G recovery brings him back to Show Center. The quick half roll to upright begins the Hui loop. This is an inside-outside loop with a double at the top. The first half is inside, or what we call positive G's. The second half is outside, or negative G's. Over 6 negative G's trying to throw Sean out of the cockpit at the bottom end of that last maneuver. As Sean lets that nose fall through the horizon, he is going to return to Air Show Center. Airspeed's approaching 275 miles an hour. Now the 8G pull to the vertical, rolling the aircraft, and now the shoulder roll. 0 forward airspeed, nose perfectly vertical. It's called the double hammerhead. Drawing that vertical line straight at the ground and accelerating. Sean uses that stick forward for the inverted recovery away from the crowd in this one-of-a-kind aircraft. You've seen Sean in the past fly the Oracle Challenger 2. We reached the point to where that aircraft could no longer deliver the performance that Sean demanded. So our only option was to sit down and design this aircraft. It weighs in at barely 1,225 pounds, and it is powered by more than 400 horsepower, making it easily the most high-performance air show aircraft in the world today. Sean dives back into the aerobatic box from Air Show right, and I would like to direct your attention to the show line behind and to either side of the range. If you look closely, you will notice there are 3 sets of poles out there as Sean pushes his way around the top, completing the outside loop that began on the 45-degree upline. Those poles that you see out in the grassy infield are holding ribbons between them. Those ribbons are barely 20 feet apart, and they are spaced 20 feet above the ground, and they are spaced barely 700 feet apart. What you're going to see Sean do in a few short moments is dive down as he attempts to slice all 3 of those ribbons in one single pass separate flight attitudes. But now at Air Show Center, Sean draws that vertical line while continuing to roll this aircraft to the left, reaching a maximum altitude of 1,600 feet above the ground. Torque of the engine takes over as Sean begins flying this aircraft tail first. Negative airspeeds in excess of 100 miles an hour. Once through its critical altitude, Sean pulled back on the throttle, let the nose fall down through the horizon, and he draws this line to exit out to Air Show right. As I mentioned, this is the first Air Show weekend of the 2010 Air Show season for Team Oracle. Between now and the middle of November, Sean will perform at more than 20 events across North America in front of a total of more than 2 million Air Show fans. Right now, Sean starts with wheels only 5 feet above the ground. Watch as he pushes hard all the way around in the world's smallest outside loop. Sean went underneath that first ribbon to start that maneuver. He draws the line to go underneath that third and final ribbon. Once he sees 250 miles an hour, he is going to climb skyward and now set up for the world-famous triple ribbon cut. But first, once he returns to level flight, Sean is going to slow this aircraft down, yank back on the control stick to demonstrate the Sean D. Tucker world's smallest inside loop. We call that the alley-oop. And just when you thought you'd seen it all, Sean is going to do what we call the flat or rudder-only turn, keeping those wings perfectly level. He's got that right rudder all the way to the stops as he drives this aircraft all the way around, and while doing so, losing exactly 500 feet of altitude to set himself up for the triple ribbon cut. As he pitches that nose down, that is our indication that the show line is obstruction-free, and Sean is now ready to attempt to slice all 3 of those ribbons in one single pass in those 3 separate flight attitudes. Right knife edge, left knife edge, and finally inverted. Converting a lot of altitude back into a lot of airspeed. Sean stops at 18 feet above the ground. Right knife edge flight through ribbon number 1. Left knife edge through number 2, and immediately to invert it to take out that third and final ribbon. Ladies and gentlemen, a maneuver performed by no one else in the world today. That is Sean D. Tucker and the one-of-a-kind triple ribbon cut. For more than 30 years, Oracle has provided database, middleware, and collaboration products, enterprise business applications, application development tools, and professional services for businesses and organizations worldwide. We invite you to attend Oracle Open World 2010, the world's largest event dedicated to helping enterprises harness the power of information. Oracle Open World will be held September 19th through the 23rd at the Moscone Center in San Francisco, California. But right now, it starts on the 45, the snap outside, snap and a half to climbing knife edge flight. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the slider. Now I would like to suggest that you get your cameras ready because Sean is about to turn inbound for his low altitude, low speed photo pass. And now let's go live and to the cockpit. Sean D. Tucker, are you with us? gentlemen, as you can tell, Sean absolutely hates his job. As that throttle comes forward, he is going to roll his way around and set up at Air Show Center for the final maneuver of this afternoon sequence. It is named the Harrier Pass in honor of the awesome power and capabilities demonstrated by the United States Marine Corps AAB Harrier, which you're going to see just a few short moments after Sean gets the Oracle Challenger 3 back on the deck. What he's going to do now is turn inbound from across the Navy hangars across on the other side of the field, pitch that nose up, set about 70% of his available 400 horsepower to attempt to bring this aircraft to a hover in front of you. Ladies and gentlemen, showing you why he is considered to be one of the very best of all time. Put your hands together. One final time for Sean Tucker and the all-new Oracle Challenger 3. Sean is the former winner of the United States National Advanced Aerobatic Championship Trophy. In addition, Sean is the first performer to ever win both the Bill Barber Award for Air Show Showmanship and the Art Shaw Memorial Showmanship Award in the same year. Approximately 4 years ago, Sean was honored by the Smithsonian Air and Space Museum as being one of the 25 living legends in aviation. And 2 summers ago, in the birthplace of aviation, Dayton, Ohio, Sean was inducted as one of the newest members in the National Aviation Hall of Fame. And just last November, Sean, along with the Blue Angels, were the newest inductees into the San Diego Aerospace Museum Hall of Fame. Now, Sean is going to turn inbound, set this aircraft up for landing. And I have a feeling, Rob, he's going to bring this aircraft right down to Air Show Center and shut it down. So we'll get him up out of the cockpit when that time comes. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to learn more about Sean D. Tucker, we invite you to go to the internet, to teamoracle.com, and also visit Sean's Facebook fan page. There, you can learn more about this one-of-a-kind aircraft, our 2010 Air Show schedule, Sean D. Tucker, and of course, we'll answer any questions you can come up with. So now, while Sean's making his way in, I'm going to turn it back over to my good friend, Mr. Rob Ryder.
Thank you, Brian Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Brian Norris and Sean D. Tucker. And he'll be coming through in just a couple of seconds to take his bow as we get ready to launch the AV-8B Harrier. And